Hello, beautiful souls. I'm so grateful you're here. Today, I want to talk about something that has completely changed how I move through life, and I truly believe it can change yours too. It's something deeper than goal setting, something richer than just checking off to-do lists. It's something that doesn't burn you out but actually lights you up. We're talking about inspired action. Not just any action. Not the kind of action you take because you think you're supposed to. Not the kind of action that feels like pressure or a never-ending grind. We're talking about the kind of action that feels like a yes in your body. The kind that bubbles up from deep inside your soul and moves you almost effortlessly. It's action that arises when you're fully connected to yourself, to your truth, to your inner being, and to source. Let's be honest, most of us have been raised in a world that worships hustle. We've been taught that success comes only from grinding, from pushing, from efforting and striving and earning it. But what if that's not the whole truth? What if the most powerful, effective, life-changing actions don't come from pushing at all, but from allowing? That's what we're exploring today. Inspired action is not about forcing outcomes. It's about receiving direction. It's about aligning with your truth so clearly, so peacefully, that you can hear the whisper of your inner being saying, "This way, love." It's not loud. It's not rushed. It's not desperate. It's clear. It's calm. It's radiant. And here's the key: inspired action is born from alignment. It's born from connection. And nothing connects you more quickly and completely than meditation. When you sit in silence, when you step away from the constant doing, the mental noise, the endless striving, you return to who you really are. You stop chasing, and you start receiving. And from that stillness, the most beautiful, intuitive actions rise up. You don't have to think your way there. You feel your way there. Abraham Hicks, whose teachings I love so deeply, explains this so beautifully. They talk about the concept of the vortex, a vibrational space where everything you've ever asked for already exists. All your dreams, your desires, your visions, they are already alive in this energetic realm. They're already created, already ready. And your only job is to become a match for them. When you feel good, when you're in a state of appreciation, peace, joy, love, you are in the vortex. You are in harmony with the version of you that already has everything you desire. And when you're in that state, you don't have to chase or figure things out. Inspiration just flows. Have you ever had a moment like that? Where out of nowhere, you got a brilliant idea. Or you suddenly felt a deep nudge to take a step that didn't make logical sense but ended up leading you exactly where you needed to go. That's inspired action. That's what happens when you're in the vortex. But here's where most people get stuck. They think they have to act first in order to feel better later. They think, if I just do enough, push enough, achieve enough, then I'll feel successful, or happy, or at peace, but it doesn't work that way. Action doesn't lead to alignment. Alignment leads to inspired action. This is one of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life. Instead of asking, "What should I do?" start asking, "How can I come into alignment first? How can I feel better, clearer, more connected right now? And from that place, what wants to happen through me?" Because here's what most people don't realize: not all goals are born from inspiration. Some goals come from fear. Some come from comparison. Some come from thinking you're not enough unless you achieve them. And that's why it's so important to come back to your values, those deep truths that guide your life. Your values are your soul's compass. They are the sacred inner truths that let you know what matters most. When you're clear on your values, you can filter every inspired nudge through them. Is this aligned with my value of creativity? Of freedom? Of love? Of truth? When your inspired actions reflect your deepest values, you feel grounded and authentic. Your life feels coherent. You're not just taking random steps, you're walking a path that reflects who you really are. Now let's bring it back to meditation, because this is where everything begins. When you meditate, you quiet the mental chatter. You let go of all the thoughts that say you're behind, or you're not doing enough, or you need to push harder. You drop below the surface of your mind and tap into something much deeper: your being, your presence, your connection to Source. And in that space, you become a clear channel. You start to hear that inner voice, the one that doesn't shout, but gently guides. It's in that silence that your next steps are revealed, not through logic, but through resonance. Sometimes inspiration will come as a whisper. Call that friend. Sometimes it's a full-body yes. Start that project. Sometimes it's a simple shift, rest right now. You're not ready to move yet, and when you follow it, the universe opens doors you never could have forced open. We need to normalize the idea that resting is powerful. That sitting in silence is not doing nothing, it's doing the most important thing. You are realigning. You are clearing space for divine direction to reach you. Your emotions, too, are part of this guidance system. Every feeling you have is telling you something. When you feel joy, peace, or even relief, it's a sign that your thoughts are aligned with the truth of who you are. And when you feel off, frustrated, tense, anxious, it's not a sign that you've failed. It's a sign that you're thinking in a way that's disconnected from your source energy. Your emotions don't lie. They are not obstacles to overcome, they are messages from your soul. They are the most honest feedback system you have. And when you learn to listen, without judgment, you start navigating life with so much more grace and clarity. I want you to imagine this: your inner being, your soul, is always sending you signals. Always. It's like a GPS that never shuts off. Even when you make a wrong turn, it lovingly reroutes. It never yells. It never gives up. It just patiently offers you the next step, over and over again. But in order to hear those signals, you need quiet. You need space. You need stillness. This is why a daily practice of meditation, even just 10 or 15 minutes, can completely change your life. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need candles or chants or fancy apps. Just you. Sitting. Breathing. Listening. And if you're new to meditation, let this be your permission slip to begin. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait for the perfect time. Just start. Even if your mind races. Even if you feel restless. That's okay. Just sit. Breathe. Let the thoughts come and go like clouds. And trust that, underneath all that noise, your clarity is already there. Waiting for you. Because here's the truth: you are already everything you seek. You are already worthy. Already connected. Already whole. You don't have to earn your alignment. You are alignment. You just forgot. And meditation is how you remember. Let me share something personal. There was a season in my life where I was completely burnt out. I was doing all the right things. I was checking every box. I was successful on the outside. But inside, I felt empty. I had lost my connection to why I was doing any of it. So I stopped. I stripped it all back. I committed to just one thing: sitting in silence every morning. At first, it was uncomfortable. I wanted to reach for my phone. I wanted to distract myself. But slowly, that stillness started to feel like home. And then, ideas started to come. Gentle at first. Then stronger. I got clarity on what to say no to. I got courage to pivot. I found joy again, not through pushing, but through listening. And the most magical part? When I started taking action from that aligned place, everything flowed. Doors opened. Opportunities appeared. I didn't have to chase. I just had to say yes. That is the power of inspired action. And you, beautiful soul, are fully capable of living this way. You don't have to force your life into shape. You don't have to live from burnout and busyness. You can live from flow. From trust. From love. You can be the kind of person who honors their values, who listens to their emotions, who makes space every day to hear their soul, and who acts only when the time feels right, the inspiration is clear, and the energy is aligned. This isn't passive. It's not lazy. It's the most awake way you can live. So here's my invitation to you. Start each day with silence. Ask your inner being, what is the most loving thing I can do today? Check in with how you feel and honor it. Write down your core values and let them guide your yeses and your nos. And when inspiration hits, follow it. Even if it doesn't make sense. Even if it scares you a little. Even if it means letting go of something familiar. Because that's when you'll know you're being led. You're not acting out of pressure. You're answering a call. And that, beautiful soul, is the most powerful kind of action there is. You are always guided. Always supported. Always loved. And your dreams, your truest, most soul-aligned dreams, are already waiting for you in the vortex. All you have to do is get quiet enough to hear the call. Thank you for being here with me. If this message stirred something in your heart, I invite you to share it with someone you love. And let me know in the comments, what does inspired action look like for you? Have you felt it before? You are so deeply loved. And your journey is unfolding perfectly. Until next time, keep aligning, keep listening, and keep trusting your beautiful, brilliant inner being.